الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله أجمعين، محمد بن عبد الله الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. My dear sons, my dear daughters, and Atawayu, we have just said in the first reminder that the whole da'wah of the Rasul, of the prophets, that they came to tell their people about their Lord and how to reach him, how to satisfy him, and what's their reward. So then the best thing is to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to know Allah through his beautiful names and beautiful attributes subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, Ibn al-Qayyim alayhi rahmatullah said, من عرف الله بأسمائه وصفاته من عرف الله عز وجل بأسمائه وصفاته وأفعاله أحبه لا محالة. It's a very beautiful statement. He said, anyone who knows Allah Azza wa Jal by his names, his attributes and his action, there is no way except to love him. He must, she must love him. I want to give you one example, my dears. When you get to know to someone, like a new friend, right? Maybe in the beginning, your relation kind of strange. You don't have that love to this person. You know, there is no attachment to him. But then, subhanAllah, the more that you stay with him and the more that you discover his beautiful characters and beautiful behaviors, the more that this guy has a beautiful manners, the more that you be attached to this person. It's depend on the personality of this person. And this is for us as a human being. What about when you start knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty through his beautiful names and beautiful attributes? But before we go there, my dears, we have to know, when we talk about the names of Allah Azza wa Jal and the attributes, we know this is one of the three categories under the Bab al-I'tiqad, because we know that al-Aqidah about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in three, and the Tawheed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in three different categories, as we all almost know. The first one, Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, is to the oneness of the Lordship of Allah, and Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, the oneness of the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal, is to worship him and him alone. And the third one, Tawheed al-Asma'i wa Sifat, is the oneness of the beautiful names of Allah and his attributes. And I have chosen to talk about the third one because, as Ibn al-Qayyim said, this is the way that we will be attached to Allah. This is the way that we reach the level of loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be with Allah. So the beautiful names of Allah, my dears, we know all of them. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 names. Man ahsaha dakhala al-jannah. The one who counted them, or according to the explanation of this hadith, he will enter Jannah. But look at these names. These names, even though it's different names, but these names actually under a certain different categories. Each group of names has a certain category. If you focus, if you think, if you see, if you study the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will come to conclusion that they are, of course, not same, and each group you can put it under one category. And the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the beautiful names of Allah in general, we can put them under four different categories. 4 different categories. Each one includes a certain number of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you look at the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from this way, you will understand the names of Allah more, and you will be attracted and you will be attached to them, and eventually you will be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are these 3, almost 4 categories? This is gonna be inshallah our next reminder بإذن الله تعالى. وصلى الله وسلم على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.